Hello guys, today I have simple idea coming on mind. Basically, I take the random country, a bigger wheel, and what country it lands, I'm gonna make it fail under one other country, and then I'm gonna remove this country who failed. So let's begin. And the wheel simply lands on Bulgaria. Remove choice. Well, Bulgaria, first European nation, and they gonna fail under Romania. So it's interesting, and if we gotta look Europe borders, that's already interesting shape. So let's move on. What country is next? And this country is Angola. Interesting, interesting. First African nation, and Angola, yeah, Dominican Republic. Now, Africa looks also cursed. Let's move on. What country is next? And this country is United Kingdom. Uh, yeah, let's say they fail under Ireland's rule. Now, moving on. What country is next? And this country is Egypt. Remove choice. That's a really good idea to see Egypt uh, lost by easier. So I'm gonna do it. And moving on. What country is next? Hopefully not America. And this is real removal. I'm gonna search you if I'm really correct about you. Yeah, I'm correct where you belong. Remove choice. And simply you unite with our good old Liberal. Now moving on. What country is next? We are already 190 countries left. And these countries, Sweden, interesting, remove choice. Sweden, I think you're gonna love your new borders because you're under Finland's rule. Finland takes you over. Now moving on. What country is next? Okay, let me see. Am I correct? Uh, Caribbean, I know. Oh, you're small islands. But I guess I can do it. Remove choice. And you are this island. So simply, I'm gonna. There, done. Now moving on. And we have Slovakia. Interesting, interesting. Slovakia. You're interesting nation. And well, I think that's interesting to see Hungary unite with you. Because if Hungary owns you, that makes it more interesting. Now moving on. Kyrgyzstan. Interesting. Let's say China take it over. Now, with China owning Kyrgyzstan, let's move on. What will take South nextly? And this nation is Mal- Manula. Let me see if I am correct. Uh, Map. Yep, I'm correct about you. So remove choice and we're gonna remove you. There, you remove it. And well, we can move on with another nations. And we are already some countries less. And next one is Romania. You did take over Bulgaria, and now you will fail under uh, Ukraine. Yeah, Ukraine. Ukraine, you're fully taken the surrounding of Moldova, and well, that's interesting to see. Now moving on, who is next? And Netherlands, the Dutch nation. They gonna touch Germany. Now let's see who is next. Oh ho ho! You. Let me show you guys who this nation is. Yeah, this micro Caribbean nation, Central American. Remove choice. Finally, the border will be better from here. Now, moving on. What nation is next? The next nation is Algeria. Remove choice. Let's see. Mali, you're taking Algeria over. Girl, yes, Mali, you got water coast now. Moving on. What country is next? Oh, your interesting choice. Remove. You're really interesting because there you're conquered by someone. Now moving on. Next it is Thailand. Remove choice. Thailand. Yeah, I think Myanmar takes it because they were both are owning lakes and It's where Lake Nation takes over Lake Nation. So it's simple and fair because I don't want to give Laos the lake. Now moving on. Chile. I guess I know who takes over Chile. Actually, that's interesting to make them owning Chile, but I guess I gonna did plan already Argentina, so I'm gonna give Argentina Chile. I really wanna see who is the last nation standing. It's gonna be so interesting. Stay to the end, guys. It's gonna be so interesting. Now, Chile is virtually concrete away. Moving on. There's already less countries left. Let's see. Ooh, you, you gonna be the next one who disappears. No. Yeah. Now I show you guys this country, and well, we're gonna see first United States of Africans warm up. Libya, United States of Africa. Now let's see who is the next nation to disappear. Oman. Interesting, interesting. Oman. Yeah, I think that's fair enough because you own little bit UVA land, so I guess it's fair if we're gonna give you to UVA. Now let's move on. They will take it out. Gabanon. Gabanon. Let's show you all the Gabanon. This is the nation of Gabanon. It's really interesting because we have not much neighbors to give this away. So I guess we can do it. Gabanon, say hi to your new owner. And let's move on. 175 countries are left. Gambia. Let's show you guys that nation too. Because I want you all know those nations. They have only one neighbor of land, so that's where if we're gonna make them really under this neighbor role. Now let's move on. Another nation. Ooh, that's interesting to see. Let's show you all guys that uh, their flag is that, but they doesn't show where they are. Well, I know where they are. They are simply this nation here. So they are part of Tanzania now. Say hi to the new Tanzania. Now, moving on. Who is next? There's interesting that not much Europeans are lost. Nepal. Who to gave Nepal? I guess India borders more Nepal, then I guess I gonna give it to India. Because that's fair. Now, moving on. What country is next? What the door? Interesting. Because Jung there. Now, moving on. Russia. I know how to fix your borders now. Simple border fixes. Now, Russia is gone, and well, we can see Ukraine owns all the Russia, and also Romania and Bulgaria. Peru. Interesting. Peru, you're gone. That means Brazil. You're owning now Peru. Because we want to give Brazil the Pacific coast. Now, with Brazil owning Pacific, let's see more. Next up, we gonna see Ukraine is dead. That means let's give Moldova all this. Moldova, grass. You're owning all those lands now. Now let's see. South Sudan. I know you will gonna like it. South Sudan, welcome to Sudan. Now, with South Sudan disappeared, it's interesting to see that there's Sudan now. Now moving on. Montenegro. Interesting. I know you're gonna like it. Now we have Serbia, Montenegro. Now moving on. Who is gonna next? Samoa. Well, island you are, but not for long. I'm gonna search for you. You're this silent, so there, you're gone. Moving on. Let's see. Interesting, another African cannot disappear. Let me show you guys this African. And I know you gonna take them away. They're simply on border with them. Miley, congrats, you're owning more water ghosts now. And let's see how well it gonna go more for Miley. Because we are almost already 150 those countries left. Sudan, you claim it in South Sudan, and well, you're gonna be claimed by Israel. So, congrats for Israel. Now, moving on. Oh, islands. I see. Island nation. Another island nation. Well, they are here. Bye bye. Now, who gonna be next? Now, Morocco. I know you're gonna like it. Sahara. You're making it fair enough. Now, who is gonna be next? Mexico. Well, I guess United States gonna expand further. And Mexico, with you, your state of America now. And well, we can simply go to look those maps now. This is world already. Moldova is owning literally world biggest country. And well, let's move on. You is gonna be next nation. You're gonna disappear. Now, Liechtenstein. Interesting. I know. Now, let's move on. Who is our next enemy on the wheel? Let's see. The wheel says Austria. Well, I guess bye bye for Austria. And welcome to Austria Hungary. But they are unfair right now, those real borders. So we're gonna see what nation is next. And well, this nation is Monaco. Well, Monaco, better France. Now moving on. Who is next target? Interesting, interesting. I'm gonna show you guys this nation here. They're really small, and this makes them Africa enemy. I forgot to remove Liechtenstein. Now I did that. You live one day more Liechtenstein. Now we can see that the African nose is less countries now on. Now Moving on. Who's gonna be our next enemy? We have 156 countries left. And well, it is Chat. Chat. Uh, yeah, that's interesting. Nature will gain you. Now let's move on. The next nation is Lithuania. I know what I will do now. Actually, that's interesting to make politics too, but I guess Polish Lithuania is that what I did. Now moving on. Now we have Switzerland. Well, Switzerland, even if I gonna destroy you, you're gonna be still part of European Union. Whatever who takes you. So I guess I gonna give you to Italy because Italy have same terrain as you have. So that's fair because now with Italy owning you, that's easier for us. And well, next we're gonna see Ireland. Well, you're owning Brittany, so I guess I can't do anything because I'm gonna make you on Brave France. Next on, who gonna be our next country? Argentina. Well, you did get Chile, but you doesn't get any more. So there, Argentina with you. Days counted. Let's move on. Who gonna be our next country who disappears? Interesting. Well, one the British colonies have been lost, and well, now Central America is richly finally similar. There's not much going on Central America, and let's see where borders. There's already cursed things happening, but I guess that's fine. Let's move on. Now we have Tunisia. I guess we're gonna see Mali literally enjoying expanding further because Tunisia gives them all their lands. Mali is literally lucky nation today. They're gaining heavily lands. Now let's move on. Moldova is also lucky who is now world biggest country. Ooh, island nation. Well, not anymore. Now moving on. Nextly we have interesting. I guess they didn't have any more chance. Now we can simply see India owning richly more. Moving on. We are already less countries than started. And that's only 30 minutes on. Nicaragua. Well, you're interesting because with your last match, you can simply see you're united with your northern neighbor. Now moving on. Who is gonna take you next nation out? And who is this? Slovakia. I already did you. Now let's move on then. Palestine. I know you're gonna enjoy this because in Gaza region, let's say Israel won the Gaza war and peacefully of Gaza is made. Now let's move on then. Now India. Well, I guess Pakistanis is India. And well, India is Pakistan now. That's simply focused, making words seem like it haven't been. Moving on, who is gonna be next? And this next nation is interesting. Island. Well, these islands are focused here. They're they're gone. Now moving on. Interesting. Another island, but this time it's different islands. They're they're gone. Now let's see who is the next who disappears. Lebanon. I guess that is one for Syria. Now let's move on. Kayani. Well, I guess that's fine because I don't even remember how they are on this border. Kayani. Yeah, I did be correct. Kayani, welcome to another neighbor nation. Now let's move on. Moldova, the world's biggest country, failed, and well, that's bad for you because now Belarus can simply own all those lands and reform Russia. Welcome to Belarus, Russia. Belarusia. Now, nextly we have Georgia. Interesting. Georgia, I'm sorry, but your failment is seen. Now, hopefully you enjoy this culture. Moving on, who is gonna be the next? I guess that, I guess that's for more Chinese. More Chinese, it means more power. Also, I don't like their border conflict, so I'm gonna remove theirs too. Now, who is gonna be next? The next nation is Maldives. Interesting. Well, they're pretty much sinking, so I guess I'm gonna help them. Now, who's gonna be our next enemy? The nextly we have North Macedonia. I'm guessing that's fine. Kosovo, you're owning North Macedonia lands. Now let's see who is next gonna fall. Estonia. Well, I'm sorry, Estonia, but Belarus got you this time. But hopefully you can give us that your 134 country who failed. So I guess that's fine. You were not the first one who failed. Interesting. Half island is just failed. And well, that's a lot. Because Indonesia owns you now. Now, let's see what is next gonna be fail. Now we're gonna see Vietnam. That's interesting. I guess Laos takes over Vietnam. And well, that means Laos can have water and exchange too. They are not anymore landlocked nation. And well, moving on. Belarus is heavily stable, the government. Oh there, United States just failed. That means Canada firstly gonna take it over before anyone else could do that. Because they gonna secure the Americans government. I like that the neighbors of those countries are supporting others so heavily that they gonna take them also over to help them out. So I guess Canada made them provinces to states. Now let's see how world looks now. That's ugly borders. But I guess we can see who gonna be next. The most ugliest is Europe to look. Now let's see who is gonna be next target. Luxembourg. I guess Germany is happy because they got another city in their name. Now, moving on. Nextly, we see France. Well, another time Germany got France invasions done. They are owning now all France. Now, let's see who is gonna be next target. Well, Malta, I guess. Young there. Yo doesn't exist anymore. Now, let's see who is gonna be next. Panama. Interesting. Central America gonna be warm soon enough. It's been done. Now let's see who's gonna be next target. Papua New Guinea. Well, Indonesia, you're lucky. You expanded more. That's a lot. But I guess you're fine with that. Now let's see who is next target. Germany. You did plan to make German Empire, but you failed also. So I guess Poland takes you over because you did have bad government with Poland's. So let's move on. Who is gonna be the next leader of the world? Ethiopia. Well, with Ethiopia lost, we can see simple border differences. I like see Israel from Asia to Africa going. Now let's see. 123 countries left. Who is the next fail? Yeah, that's island. But this island is here. There. They're gone. Moving on. Cuba. I guess Canada takes you. Now let's see. Who is the next one to disappear? Armenia. Well, actually, let's say Azerbaijan won the conflict, Armenia and Azerbaijan. So it's more success for you, Azerbaijan. Now let's see who is the next to die. Liberia, nation who made own United States, have been failed. Mali, you're owning them now. Congrats, Mali. You're really interesting porters. Now let's see who is gonna be next. Mali is literally luckiest nation here. Jordan. I guess we can see Arabia gonna see new. Now let's move on. Who is gonna be the next target to us? Malaysia. Interesting, interesting. Welcome to Indonesia. I like to see that so many countries use United States flag as their main flag too. Like the style, because they have been colonized by some Americans and well, that's major thing for them. Now, Kuwaiti. That's interesting. Welcome to Iraq. Now, moving on. Who is the next one? Oh, this nation. Well, I guess that's good if I sink them. They're, they're gone. Now there's 115 nations left. Tuvalu, Tuvalu. They're island nations, so I guess there are ants here. Well, other side, they are here. They're gone. Now let's move on. Who is the next nation to die? Spain. I guess we have Iberian Union warmed up by Portugal. Congrats, Portugal. You got Iberia warmed up. Now let's see who is the next country to force it surrender. Kuhana, you're interesting one because now we're gonna make the interesting place on Africa. Now Europe is the cursed continent. Now who is the next one? Madagascar. Well, your island, what is huge, so I guess you're, uh, yeah, let's say South Africans, because I want more interesting things happen. Now let's see, who is the next one? Micronesia, Micronesia. Goodbye, Micronesia. You did stand really well, but have been forced to be fail. Now let's move on. Next country will be Botswana. Interesting. Another African nation gonna die. And well, let me actually show you guys Botswana. They are basically that. And well, they have same colors as Estonia flag have. So that's more interesting to give them independence to South Africa because they're not then copycats. Now moving on. Who gonna be the next one who will take over country? And well, Serbia. I guess Serbia lost. They did plan unite Yugoslavia, but well, Kosovo owns Serbia. This all is now Kosovo. Now let's spin the wheel again. And well, next one we can see. Well, bye bye North Korea. I guess the not peaceful the making is fair enough. Now South Korea is only thing to own. And well, there's Korea now. Now let's see. Who's the next one to die? Sampaya. Well, I gonna show you guys also Sampaya. Sampaya. Nation in middle of everyone in Africa. Yeah, so that's actually interesting though too. But I guess more bigger nation border will claim you because that's fair enough. And that means we can see that another empire wants to warm up. Now, let's see. Who is then another nation to die? Costa Rica. Well, I guess we're gonna be so close to United Central America. Now, let's see who is gonna be next target to die. Pakistan. Well, I guess Pakistan had enough and gave it all their lands to Bangladesh. And that means British they absolutely are coming back to these Indians and British Sudan. And let's see who is gonna be the next target. Iceland, close enough on Belarus. Well, Iceland is now part of Poland. Poland. Now let's see. Nauru, island nation. Well, I guess we can say bye bye to you. And now let's see who is gonna be the next target. Bolivia. Well, I very scared that Canadian will be lost. But let's show you guys Bolivia. This is literally interesting to make. So yeah, with their last months, mm, yeah, Brazil, congrats gaining all Bolivia. Now Brazil is absolutely unstoppable. They're really close to unite all those Southern American nations together. Now, moving on, who is gonna be the next to die? Czech, Czechia, the Czech Republic. Well, I guess Austria-Hungary can pay for more. And let's see. The real world border now. This is cursed. Be- because there's 100 nations only. If we have flags, then it's more cursed then. But I guess we're gonna survive with this. Eurasia is most cursed thing happened. Now let's see who is the 100th nation to die. Dominican Republic. I guess Haiti won this war. And with Dominica, last month, it means Ireland United. Now, let's see who's gonna be the next one. We are less than 100 now. Interesting. Another island nation have been disappeared. This is far in Atlantic and Africa and Southern America border. Now, who is gonna be the next one to die? And this is interesting. Basically, you're fully island, so I guess you don't really care if you die because you're already almost dead. Now, let's see who is gonna be the next one. This is another island. Well, I guess that's fine because those islands aren't even supposed to be real country really much. Now, let's move on. The next nation to die is China. That's interesting. Finally happening. Taiwan united with all Chinese. Congrats, Taiwan. You managed to get all China under your rule again. Now, let's see who is gonna be the next target. Was big you. I have been really called them mosquito because their name is really first two, three letters same as mosquito. But I guess they are dead, so it doesn't anymore need to be argued. And well, that's much for them. South Africa, wait, wait a minute. Huh, oh, yeah, I was wrong. This is destination. But I guess that's fine, because South Africa claiming them is literally huge. And well, now let's move on. Who is gonna be the next nation to die? This is Hungary. Austria-Hungary plans were failed because Poland stopped these plans and said those lands are European Unions, so they belong to we. Poland is planning to make European Union, seems like that. But let's move on. Paraguay. Interesting. Landlocked nation is literally gonna join Brazil. This is interesting. And well, here they have it. They joined Brazil. Now, South America is pretty much done with nations to die. Now, let's move on. Nextly, Finland is dead, and well, they joined the Denmark. And let's see who's gonna be the next one to die. Andorra. Well, simple thing. Welcome to the Iberia, Andorra. Now let's see who is the next one. Belgium. I wonder who will take Belgium, because Belgium have really much bordering neighbors. Really much. Of course, it's Poland, because they had no other chance, because they were actually only one who bordered Belgium. Now, let's see who's gonna be the next one. South Korea. Well, Japan's gonna come back to South Korea and claim that as theirs. Well, now, let's see who's gonna be the next one. And this is Mongolia. I guess that's fine, because now Taiwan claims Mongolia lands too. But is actually from Chinese, and well, it is basically great to make that happen. Nations nation who doesn't have hunger have now too much to make them not feel hunger anymore, because they are fully this size. Now let's move on. Nextly we have uh, another Central American nation should have been played, and well, this time the Union of Central America has been finally focused, and well, Earth is already the worstest thing ever seen. Those states are literally heavily changed. And let's see who gonna be die next. And already I wonder who gonna win this. Myanmar is dead. That means not only that, but British is back. Bangladesh, congrats. You made British borders really much on the Indian drill. Now let's see who is gonna be the next one. Uh, looks like copycat these days. And they should be that. Now let's see Who is the next one to die? Saint Lucia. Well, I guess islands on gonna be really well dead. Now let's see who is next. Dr. Congo, Democratic Republic Congo. This is this massive nation. And well, you probably already guessed it. Tanzania will unite with them. Now, let's see. Who is the next one? South Africa. Well, I guess it's fair enough to give Tanzania access to South Africa because they can really landlock other nations now. Let's move on. Who is gonna be the next one? Nigeria. Well. It seems like one Niger equals Nigeria. Now let's move on. Who is gonna be the next one to die? Penia. I call them Penia because I don't like the word Benin. But they're here, so they're they're gone. And let's look on the word borders. The worstest thing what I've ever seen. But I guess we have to focus more. Now let's see. Is it going to be any nation on Europe or not? It is close, but it isn't. Now, Saudi Arabia being dead, that means. Now, let's continue. Well, if you want guys know, I got from family birthday gifts. And well, one is AirPods, I guess. I take it. But yeah, now let's see who we land now on. And next, ah, looks like we are going back to same thing with islands. Remove. This island is on here. Now, let's see who we gonna take next down. Now, Zimbabwe. Now we can have some interesting thing going on. We're gonna see full union of Southern Africa being true. If I am beating wrong African country, then don't mind me because I am literally not that good African nations nowhere. So I know Europeans and Americans and also Asian countries and Oceanians, but I still learn some Africans. So yeah, who gonna be that next one? Malawi. Let me show you guys Malawi's. Malawi. They are so interesting shaped, but also I wonder who will go and take them over because there's so many neighbors to them. Of course, South Africa is that one. Now let's see who gonna be that next one. Hmm. Togo. Well, that's interesting because now we can simply see that it will count more on. Europe is really lucky, yes, right now. They're standing so heavily. Azerbaijan. Maybe I were wrong, because only one who is gaining is the Belarus, who is literally closer than ever to unite Soviet Union. Now let's move on. Who is gonna be the next one? It is Greece. Sad Greece, poor Greece. Turkey is happy. Who is the next one? The next one is Cyprus. Already Turkey's control. Now next one it is mm, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Well, that's interesting. Taken over by Kosovo. And I already saw there isn't Kosovo here. So let's say Kosovo is in there. Or we're gonna just say Kosovo is dead. I don't know. Let's see how that. Next one it is Dominican. Well, another island nation. Say bye bye to the island of Dominican. Let's spin the wheel again. There's already 69 countries remain. Oh, poor Canada. But seems like you're taken over by a Central American friend. So, Northern American Union is made, and there's absolutely heavy going on. Now, let's see who's gonna be the next one. Cameroon. Interesting, interesting. That's this one. Let's say Mali takes them. Mali is literally one of the luckiest of Africans because they got literally so many coastlines. Now let's move on. Who is gonna be the next one to die? The next one is Albania. Well, Albania. I think there's so much going on. The Yugoslavia rewarming. There's few nations left to warm Yugoslavia. Finally, Turkey is dead. That means Turkey have been given away to the Kosovo. Now let's see who is next. Trinidad and Tobago, another island nation. Seems like, but I guess they are dead too. Wait, their island is absolutely so they're dead. Now let's see. 64 countries remaining. Philippines, you stand strong but have been lost. You're under Taiwan's rule now. Hopefully you can survive there. Belarus is doing so well. They haven't been died any time. It's literally less countries remain, and Belarus is one of the luckiest who haven't been chosen. Let's see, who is gonna be the next one? Yemen. Well, that means the British lands of Yemen are back to united with others. Now let's see who is gonna be the next one. The next one is New Zealand. Welcome to Australia, New Zealand. Now let's see who is gonna be the next one. Now next one is Mali. You stand strong but have been failed under Maraca rule. Now Maraca is the one who is strongest. And they are literally heavily guarded. Now six countries remain. That's less countries than we started. Less or no. That's heavily changing the lands of Africa. And well, let's see who is gonna be the next one to die. Simply here. Central African Republic. Well, I guess we can do it. Central African Republic, welcome to the South African Union. Do we have South Africa left or did they die? I think I already killed them. But whatever. Singapore. Well, say goodbye, Singapore. Who is actually in the nations now. Now let's move on. Who is gonna be the next one? Portugal. Well, you did Iberia Union, so I guess Poland takes that over. Now let's move on. Who's gonna be the next one to die? Italy. That means Italia is part of Europe and Union. What is made by Poland? Poland is strong and they're standing against everyone. You is on the way. Now let's see who is the next one to die. Australia. Welcome to Indonesia. Now Poland and Belarus are literally on each other border in the spinner and real life. Also Latvia is too, but they are literally in relationship. Let's see who's the next one to die. That's Sharana. Well. France Guyana takes over. But I guess I call the police Guyana now because they are under Polish. France is under Polish Union, so I guess that's fair then. Let's see who is the next one to die. You're gay. No, you're gay. You're gay. No, we did simply already kill them, but I guess I didn't remove them. Now let's move on. We have 52 nations left. Laos. Laos. You did your great, but vegan and Bologna takes over. Now, let's see. 51 remaining countries. Who is gonna be the 51st to die? That's Vatican City. Well, I guess we can remove Vatican City from here. And let's see, world map. The world is cursed. Really cursed. But we can continue. The cursed thing is now Africa. Now let's see. Here is the 50th to die. Indonesia. Well, Indonesia, welcome to the Union. Now, let's see who is the next. Who you gonna be the next one to die here? Kenya. Well. It seems like there's so much going on. Now, let's see who gonna be the next one. Fiji. They're island, so I guess they are here. So I guess Young gone. Now let's move on. And next one to die is Uganda. Now let's see. Can this unions stand or they gonna die? There's less countries who have changed their borders. And one is there Iran, who haven't changed their borders since. Now let's see if that's shakes or not. Let's see. That's sad Latvia. They literally fail under Belarus rule. Now we have only one European land left from Soviet Union government. That's Lithuania. But centuries there's more. Let's see. You're gonna be the next one to die. That is Poland. Well. Denmark takes over now. Now let's see who is the next one to die. Poland were from start to this far from surviving Iran. Well. Sad for Iran. They are now annexed by Iraq. Now let's see who is gonna be the next one to die. Iraq, well, they occupied already Iran, so I guess we can give it to Afghanistan because they are unstable and this will be more interesting. Now let's see who's gonna be the next one. That is Grenada, island nation. Now let's move on. We are literally standing finals. Oh, Japan. Well, welcome to the Taiwan. Now let's see who's gonna be the next one. Interesting, United Arab Empire. I wonder who gonna take them over. That's, of course, only one nation who can do it. Now, let's see who gonna be the next one. It's wana. Oops, I didn't mean that. Now, let's move on. Interesting. We already killed them, so I guess. Now, that's interesting. Let's spin again to see if it changes. Jamaica Island dead. Now let's see who gonna be the next one to die. The next one is, I guess, unstable country is dead. That's Afghanistan. Now that's really interesting to see that countries who is painted to borders out, just gonna die with some reason. But I guess that's fine, because Bangladesh owns those lands. Good old Bangladesh gets what they want. Now let's spin the wheel. Israel. Finally, Israel is dead. And well, that means this is just a start. That Let's see who's gonna be the next one to die. The next one is Mauritius. Well, their island is this. I think I'm not good at micro countries too. I know all Europeans micro countries and Asians, but not much more. Remove. There it is. Now we can simply see that African smallest countries are just done existence. And well, Ecuador. Interesting, interesting. Ecuador to date. Well, that's massive change. And now we can simply see that everything is going to select out of here. There's 30 nations left. Next one to die is Croatia. Interesting, interesting. Europe seems to be failing faster and faster. Seems like Europe is going to last their final days. First, we're gonna see Bangladesh unite. How that's possible? Well, I guess that means we can have Cambodia take you over. And this is literally a huge change. Oops, I didn't mean that to happen. We are already 29 countries remain. Venezuela. Well, well, well. Isn't it Venezuela? You just died. And Colombia united with Venezuela. It's interesting to see. Because now we can see who will die next. Tanzania. That's huge change. Tanzania, you did this greatly, but you're dead now. And well, it means a lot happening. Your neighbor takes your lands. And well, let's move on. Basically, we have literally Africans main. Pretty much all Africans, and Denmark died. I guess that's now San Marino. He owns that all. Now let's see. Is it going to be next one to die? Or is it Haiti? You died. That means this island is fully united too. And let's move on. We have 25 countries remain. Bahamas. Well, they are already islands, so I guess we can do it. 24 countries remain. And then that's over. And Guyanese. Well. We simply see that the Morocco simply expands further. And well, let's see who gonna be the next one to die. 23 countries remain. Ivory Coast. Well. Wait, they are already dead, I guess. Now all the Irish flag users are dead. And Sri Lanka is dead. Sri Lanka, you stayed neutral as far as you did, but you failed. Now, 21 countries remain. Who gonna be the next one to die? San Marino. Interesting. That's really interesting. Because there's not much Europeans left. But I guess Norway. Take your chance to own all Europeans now. Under your rule, you can have the capital of European Union to be Oslo. But make sure you stable all them. And don't die, or Belarus will own all European Union and makes capital to Minsk. And let's see, who's gonna be the next one. And Republic of the Congo. Well, you did stand greatly against everyone, but still you failed. Now we can simply see who's gonna be the next one to die. Let's see, who is this? Another island nation? I guess we can have it because we didn't ban island nations. Now let's see, who's gonna be the next one to die? Somalia. Well. That means a lot. The borders start to disappear really fastly. We did start with all the real nations to the nations who are literally heavily expanded, and some also didn't do anything. Canada, yeah, well. Final Northern American nations is dead. That means all the North America. Wait, yeah, there is a Greenland, so all the North America is owned by one South African nation. Let's see what comes nextly. And Colombia, well. Isn't it the nation who owns all the North America? Well, now it's French Guiana who owns that. Now, let's see if it changes or not. Niger. remove choice. Isn't it the nation who got shot? Well, I guess your shots started rebelling and well, they made all the government join Monaco. And well, with that, we can simply see the big Africa unions. And let's see who gonna be the next one. The next one is Norway. I already tell that to you. If you fail, you gonna give your all European lands to the I forgot the Slovenia. You did die already. You now gave it your all lands to the Belarus. That's massive change. There's not much Europeans left, so Belarus just simply can have it. And well, with next nation, I'm gonna say that Kosovo is now dead because there isn't really much Kosovo going on. So basically, all the Europeans are now under Belarus rule. There's no borders of the European Union and Russia, so there's simple no borders here. Now let's see who is the 31st country to get out. 30 Marshall Islands. Well. Isn't that island in middle of seas? We can simply see that the world is curious thing happening. These islands and that nations disappear. Libya remove choice. Well, Libya. Your statement is simple. You died. And well, you can't do much about it. And for sure, yeah, Monaco is also dead. But Albania is here, so I guess they are owning that nation here. And well, I guess they are final Africans. So I guess that's final for Africans. No, because I didn't see any more African nations. All other African nations gonna be out too, because it will be cheating if they haven't been chosen out. And well, all those countries haven't been recognized. So I guess that's why. Basically, this wheel maker didn't recognize so many countries, so we need to make those borders as fair as possible. To continue those up. Now, with this, there's not much happening, but we can simply spin the wheel. Syria, you're lucky to stand, and hopefully Belarus will collapse. And I didn't. I just said Belarus to collapse. Now, Kazakhstan, you're the lucky one, you. will reunite all Soviets and make sure all them are simply under one rule. And well, you can simply have all Europeans do if you wanna. If Kazakhstan is greatly doing, then Red Army is back. But if they fail, then we're gonna give it to Uzbekistan. And if they fail, Turkmenistan takes, and if they fail, then Cambodia will take all. And let's see if it's gonna be like they want or not. Brunei, well, isn't it nation here? Because it, they're gone. No, not Microsoft Store. Now, let's see. Is it going well or not? Turkmenistan, well, remote choice. They are now with the Uzbekistan Union, and Uzbekistan is happy to be not anymore landlocked. They have with Kazakhstan border of this lake, but it's not much for them. 8 remaining countries. Syria, that's really bad for you. Cambodia unites with you, and that's simple. And let's see, is it like that? Yeah, I think I need to take them away here. Now, that's more fair. Let's see, 7 countries are remaining. Uzbekistan, finally, all the lands from independent nations are in Kazakhstan, and if they're gonna be so success, they can simply reunite Soviets, but they need only 2 remaining lands of here, so they can then unite Soviet Union. So they need to wait to Taiwan to die out, and there isn't Taiwan, so I'm saying that's where Taiwan. So with Taiwan dying out, Kazakhstan simply takes them over. I recognize all countries who have been recognized by some people, so that's why I use this map. But I don't know about so many peoples, but I recognize everyone who have been people getting have been created their own pass, have been recognized by at least 2 countries, and well, at least they have been being added to one union, what is regional. And well, Soviet Union is really back, and well, this is made by Kazakhstan, and well, they're literally huger than real Soviet Union. Let's see, who gonna be the last one to stand? The next one to die is Palau, island nation, but is already taken out. So here we have it. Brazil, you actually owns all the Americans because French Guyana isn't recognized right now. Also, I recognize French Guyana as independent country because it's so much history about it. And well, I recognize it as country because they aren't really much using euros at that. Now, let's see who gonna be the next one to die. It will be Brazil. I guess Kazakhstan take you over. Now let's see. Final three. Who gonna be the next one to die? Kazakhstan. Your Soviet Union were great, but you failed off of that. So to make it matters worse, we can see that Nambonia takes over. Now let's see. Final two nations. Who gonna be the winner of here? That will be Nambonia. Congrats, Nambonia. You're finally winning this. You take all the lead of Earth and simply take everyone out. Congrats. And well, we're gonna see that here we have Nambonia. Cambodia. And finally, we can simply say that Kazakhstan is the third who won this. Because they did greatly too. And were final three sides. Kazakhstan. Now, first, second, third. Congrats. Hopefully you guys liked this video and see you in next one. Bye.